Ooh,
Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by
beautiful.
AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit
Ooh,
back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery.
welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are really excited for this episode today. We are back with Lemurian dreamer, Virginia Palmer, and we are here to talk about dream power and how we can build a wonderful life in our own world and also the world outside us. Hi, Virginia. Welcome.
Hi. Hi. So good to see you.
Well. All right. We're going to talk all about dreams today, Lemurian dreaming. And the dolphins are here with us as well. So I'm going to give you just a quick moment and we can set our sacred space for this
Yes.
conversation.
Yes. Let's see if I can get a little. I was going to do Lazarus Remembers Lemuria music, but I'll just blend our energies without, so we won't take any more time. So I'm so thrilled to be here. And yes, I discovered years ago through many years working with Lazarus that I was a Lemurian dreamer, and I did the rituals and got the dreams immediately. But for right now, I want to call in the dreamers, and there's many dreamers I discovered through these last 20 years of having dream shops and groups and all sorts of things, that every entity, every has dreamers, because the dreamers dream the reality. That's what the Lemurian dreamers did, which Lemuria, as you know, was our first human civilization. And the Lemurian dreamers dreamed it. And people would go to the dreamers and ask for dreams for themselves and for the world. And the dreamers would dream it. So I'm going to call them in and we'll blend our energies. So if everyone could just gently close your eyes and take a couple nice deep breaths, sinking into the energy. And thank you so much, Lauren, for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. So as we align ourselves through all planes and dimensions with our higher self, our soul, everyone's individuals, guides, and teachers, we call upon, invite the dreamers to be with us. First, the Lemurian dreamers, the dream weaver, the dream tender, the dream keeper, the dream stealer, the Lemurian dreamer, and the mysterious other, as we feel these beautiful Lemurian dreamers surrounding us now. And we call upon the dolphin dreamers, oh, so full of joy and excitement, you can feel it. And yes, the fairy dreamers, they're here too. And the Syrian dreamers, the Sirius dreamers, some of the original dreamers of this particular universe. And we invite the other galactic dreamers that we've been meeting and dreaming with these past years to be with us. As we are aligned and we feel this energy, the waterfall of white light from the center of the universe, from the center of heart and mind of God, Goddess, all that is, coming down upon us, the dreamers with us, breathing this energy into our heart centers. We got a pink light, pure unconditional love, projecting a beam of this light from the flame of oneness into our heart to the center of our circle, creating that flame of oneness for all of us. And know that all these dreamers, plus many more beings, are with us and will continue to be with us throughout this wonderful quantum conversation. All right.
Mm, very good. Thank you for that space so that we could really feel into it.
Yes.
The heart space feels a fullness here,
Whew.
very supportive and lovely. So let's go back now and define a little bit about what you were saying with the Lemurian dreamers and the dream weaver, the dream tender, the dream keeper.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
interesting because you said that they help us dream, and in Lemuria we would call on them to help us dream. So how do we quantify what Lemurian dreaming is then? It's working with other consciousness to bring us information.
first of all, dreams are the direct messages from our soul and higher self and God, Goddess, all it is. It is the only time that our mind is completely gone. It is asleep. So it comes direct. Every dream means something and has layers of meaning. So, to your question of Lemuria, uh, throughout that civilization, they refined the human being. So they were receiving that information through their dreams of all that they did to create the miracle of a human being. And the dreamers were the ultimate ones. And so there were dreamer apprentices also. So people would go to the dreamers and ask them to dream a dream for them. Okay, so that's one level of the Lemurian dreamers. And so when the experiment was done in Lemuria, it we said, okay, 90% of the beings went on to higher dimensions. 10% of all of us that are here now said, okay, we'll go into this earth adventure to bring forth this dream for humanity. And I know most people on a spiritual path have heard, oh, we're in a dream, we're waking from the old dream and getting into a new dream. And so that's what's been going on for, well, I want to say many years, but at least since we pierced the veil in the late 60s and the 70s when things started opening up. All right, so we're here to bring that dream forth. And one thing that's happening right now is that Saturn just moved into Pisces for 3 years, Saturn is structure, Pisces is dream, and boundless. I mean, it's the water, but it's the unknown. And so we're bringing the unknown into our reality. And that's, we get it through everything that all of us do here, whether it's channeling, meditating, yoga, it all works. Singing, man, I learned that now that I've been in a music community and the artist, so we're bringing in our various ways, but it's my experience that the dreaming is the most direct. And so that's why it's important to also know that your dreams are unlimited. The expression beyond our wildest dreams. Well, that's it. Because dreams take you way beyond your imagination, beyond the boundaries. Anything that we could ever dream up is there. And so when I first learned this, and again, it was through the Lazar seminars, we have the dream weaver that weaves our dreams, the dream tenders that keep them, tending to them, and the dream keepers. Now we have that dream stealer because there's a lot of dreams we put out there at certain times that are still in the pipeline that we don't need anymore, or really we're not right. So we give it to the dream stealer, then our personal Lemurian dreamer, and the mysterious other. So that's our personal dream team, as it is, to work with and to put forth there's rituals, and that's just a lot what I teach are the rituals for asking for a dream, a creating dream, a healing dream, um, destiny dream, what's my soul's dream for me, I have discovered that any and everything that you want or need, you can get in your dreams and throughout the night. That's why it's so wonderful, because everybody dreams. It's a common denominator of humanity, dreaming and breathing and eating. Um, so it's so almost ordinary that we haven't realized the power of it, of the dreaming. So there's a lot of techniques and a lot of practice, to like, oh, I don't remember my dreams. Well, you dreamed anyway. It's there in your consciousness. And if you ask for a certain dream, maybe or the biggest, uh, one of the biggest things in the dream groups and various private sessions is, okay, ask for a dream, but I don't remember all of it. And I'll say, well, what do you want it to be? So, you're dreaming, you're waking up, and maybe you're lucid. Oh, I've got it. And then boom, it's gone, right? As soon as you move your body, because the key to remembering dreams, and I learned this years ago in Edgar Casey thing in Arizona, don't move your body because you're in that altered state. Once you move it, you're in the physical. And then go back through that dream like a grappling hook. Okay, and then if you don't remember something, it's okay. Remember, feel the feeling that you wake up with, and then go into a meditation or just your own, however you want to do it, the way you want it, because we're co-dreaming, co-creating. I'll let you ask a question now, because I can go on and on about it as you.
Yeah, no, that is beautiful. And so everybody dreams. And do you think that it's the ritual that you described or that you spoke a little bit about? The ritual is what makes us remember the
Well,
dream.
there's several rituals that I've been given, and a lot that I've been given since then that I've created. So it can be as simple as, I mean, if no one wants to do it, just asking for, I want more healing. I want healing my dream tonight. I want to wake up remembering my dream. You can just call on the dreamers, and if you want to call them dream angel, whatever, ask and you shall receive. Dreaming is receiving. But the key is, when you're dreaming, you don't have any control. That's why it's receiving. That's the ultimate receiving, because there's no control. You're just vulnerable receiving. So the remembering part, I still have dreams all the time that I don't really remember. And if I wake up and I know that I was dreaming and I didn't quite remember, I might go into a meditation with the feeling. Or if there's something that I ask for and I get the information, like, when I dream a dream for other people, of course, everybody wants to create something. Often I get a dream first that there's a little blockage. We know about those blockages. So you got to, like, that's why I call it transform the blockage or the unconscious part that's resisting, dream, and receive. So, like I said, often I'll wake up with something, oh, I need to do this. So I'll go into a meditation to make that change, to transform. And luckily, I have hundreds of things that I've learned that we've all learned. And we all have processes that we know and can do. But we get those hints and clues in the dreams.
Mhm. Yes. And so you said that you dream for people. That's really very interesting, because when we've had you on before, it works. And it's really interesting that people can dream for us, or that we can have people do that work, or actually ask for the dream and then get information that you share. Tell us a little bit more about that and how you've helped people. Some of
Okay.
fascinating dreams.
Okay, and let me say, because this is part of it, that when you formally ask for a dream for yourself, or that I ask for another person, and call in the dreamers and do the ritual and dream, always um, when I wake up in the morning and I'm in that lucid state and I'm getting the dream, okay, I'm dreaming for someone. I'm getting the dream a lot of times. It's like there's still dreams and they're like crazy sometimes. It's not like boom, boom, boom. But part of the ritual, part of the process is calling the dreamers in. Okay, I'm dreaming for someone. I mean, sometimes at night I wake up, I can feel it. It's not there yet. Where is so and so's dream? And then I get it, and I'm just becoming lucid, but I'm still dreaming, more lucid, waking. So I'll go back through the dream to pull it in. Then, okay, I think I got it. I got all, is that all? That's all I can remember. Then I immediately called the dreamers in: dream weaver, dream tender, dream keeper, dream stealer, Lemurian dreamer, and mysterious other. And I tell them the dream and interact with them. And they start giving information about the dream. And it's like everything else, whether you're meditating or channeling or asking, is that me or is that them? You just, you get, sometimes it's just like clear as a bell, other times it's, mm-hmm. And then after we interact with the dreamers, then I write it down. And through the writing, more information comes through. I mean, I might be waking up around 8, 9 or something like that with the dream and pulling it through. And after this process of calling them in and interacting and then writing it down, it might be 10 o'clock. So I only do something like that if I've got time in the morning to do it. You don't want to ask for a dream when I used to have someone in a dream group, and anyway, she'd always have her alarm for 6 o'clock. I said, well, that's a jarring, like getting up and out, you're not remembering your dream. But anyway, so the information and the messages, because like I said, it's primarily your soul, but it's other entities, to God, Goddess, all that is. You keep getting information for the next 72 hours. So that's why it's 24/7. I mean, you get something, then you'll see something almost immediately in your daily life that indicates, it reinforces that. And there's been times when I've had dreams that were so good, and I want to go back the next night and dream some more, and I'll ask for that and use and get it. And there's times when there's been a time when I dreamed a dream for someone. I didn't get it, but I called the dreamers in. They said, so and so got the dream, and she was quite a dreamer. She got the dream that I was dreaming for her, and she wrote it down. And then I knew where the issue was in her childhood, that we could then go and do a transformational healing process, in daytime.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next night, or I could dream the dream that she wanted to create. So I could go on with a lot of stories, but I'll wait.
Yes, well, it's quite amazing, and you're helping to clarify how this all works for us. And so when we are calling on the dream, again, the dream team that we all work,
Yes.
and the rituals to maybe not set an alarm, is there a time of day or a time in the sleep cycle where dreams are more pronounced or vivid or available? You said that you get up maybe at 8 because is it sleeping in that allows you to connect to the dream space more, or can it happen at any time of the night?
Well, for me, and I think for most people, it is that early morning time. Be right. That's when you start being lucid in your dreaming. I mean, you can dream through the night. We dream through the night. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm dreaming, but I have to pee. So I'll go and pee, keep one eye closed, and go come back and get in the dream. So it's happening all the night, all the time. But for my experience is the lucid part,
Mm-hmm.
where you're really like, whoa. I mean, you're dreaming, is early in the morning. So when I was saying the 8 o'clock thing, uh, I was just kind of using that. It can be any time, but early in the morning, well, I sleep late for starters. I stay up late, sleep late. So it's whatever your pattern is, your sleep pattern, I would say. It's also individual. And the thing about the dreaming, there are no rules, you know, there really isn't. It is so unlimited, just totally unlimited.
Yes.
And for people like all of everyone in the audience and all the people that have been working on themselves for years and been on a path, it becomes a very elegant way to for refinement, for deeper. I was going to say deeper healing, but more deeper, being deeper in the unconscious. That somehow that's so sometimes very hard to access. Way deep, past lives, whatever. The unconscious is more than we can even comprehend. Or creating, thinking, whatever that's so out there. It can all be done at night while you sleep. It's not opting out. Oh, I'm not going to do anything else. No, you have to. You get the information and take some steps in your daily life with it, or do some, heal yourself, or go to someone, or do those processes. So that's why it's ongoing. We're in a dream state.
Yes. Even a waking dream, even this, even this moment right now, we could say this is the dream.
Yes,
We could say I am dreaming. All right. Yeah. Okay.
that's right.
So let's talk more rituals. Rituals, there's some questions coming in. Some are saying,
Okay.
how do I remember my dreams? I don't feel like I dream much. When I wake up, I remember a dream, I write it down, but they just don't come to me very much, or I don't remember dreaming. And then here's another question. How can I ask to remember my dreams? So that would be a technique. Let's go into more of the rituals. Those are the questions. You can weave in some answers around that. But when we are dream asking, like we're asking for information, right? So say we want to go to bed this evening, what would be a ritual that we could do that could bring us into manifesting something, bringing in more clarity, all of this?
Well, first off, I want to give the gift of the Sweet Dream series to everyone that's here. And you're going to love it because, oh, I got chills. It's 7 nights at 7 different dreamings, 7 minutes of a blending. You've met your dreamers. They're here with us. You have a connection. And so it's a blending of energy, and for a healing dream, creating deep sleep. And so that would be a way to start, because you're here. And that's what I want to give to everybody for starters. The rituals, like if we have time today, I want to take you through a ritual to go to the Temple of Dreams in Lemuria. So we're going further into it. But the actual dream rituals, that would be a wonderful 2-part workshop that'd be fun to do, Lorraine.
Yes.
I say 2-part because we do it. Today you'll go to the Temple of Dreams. You'll meet your more intimate connection with your dreamers, when we do a dream shop, we go and really meet the Lemurian dreamers, receive our dream symbol. Here's mine. I've got a wonderful friend who's an artist, and we've done things with dream and art, and then people do their art piece for their dream symbol. So there's a lot to that. And then you go and dream and practice the ritual. Then we come back a week or two later, sharing the dreams that we had, getting information from the dreamers. When I have had physical dream groups, I mean, we're in a dream trance the whole time in their dream. We've gotten into each other's. It's unlimited. I know I keep saying that, but it's such magic. So to
Yeah.
me, that's I hope that answered the question.
And what's interesting is that the power of a group, the group energy, just our awareness in that way actually helps us remember the dreams. We did a retreat in Hawaii with the dolphins, and here's a question I'm going to ask you in a moment about dolphins and dreaming. But we did a retreat, and when we were in that retreat, everybody had dreams.
Yes.
It's because we were in a beautiful place, and most often, I think if people look back in their life when they take dreams or take vacations or trips to different parts of the world, to different countries, to even another state, that the dream space is more vivid when we travel and get outside of a routine. And
Yes.
it's amazing, but the group energy is what I want to say as well, because
Yes.
there's something multidimensional happening.
Yes.
The dream teams are definitely with us.
Yes. And of course, you're more relaxed. You don't have a schedule of getting up and it's happening. But back to the group energy, that I've had several physical dream groups, Zoom, all sorts of types. Now I'm with some Lazarus people, Cheryl No Day being one of them and we, so we are Isabella, she's from Cornwall. I just see her. And so we all have that Lazarus and magician background. So our primary thing is planetary healing. I mean, we're working it with the dreamers. We always put forth our personal dreams because we're always going to have that. But yes,
You all are channelers as well. You work on channeling. That's what I find.
well, yes, dreaming is channeling, really, in a way. I can't hear you anymore. Something happened.
Dreaming is channeling. Yes. Oh, wait.
It
Now,
is.
okay.
Yeah. It is, and bringing the information forth. I'm gonna reiterate, and I do this all the time because people do get frustrated that they can't remember their dreams. Answering the question there, it's the eternal question. And first of all, kind of release that. People get frustrated and kind of down themselves for not remembering the dreams. It'll come back in another different way. It's your soul, your higher self, the Syrians. I mean, getting messages to you, but it will come back, and it just takes relaxing and practicing it. Just if you get one little snippet, one little anything, you can, okay. And then, like I say, what do you want it to be? Stay there. Okay, I don't remember it, but what I asked for was this. Okay, so I'm gonna imagine and go in my own meditation or visualization, or you don't have to even be in the altered state, and just start living that you want. It will lock in. Remember, there's no rules, no judgment, no nothing but pure love and compassion coming to us in every moment.
Yes, beautiful. And I've experienced in group settings before that once folks put this awareness out there, they say, I don't dream, I don't remember my dreams, but then we'll be in a group webinar, come back the next day, and they'll say, I just had a dream. So it's wonderful. You're right. It
Yeah.
really that's a good takeaway. Don't give up hope if you think that you don't dream, because we do. And so watch your dreams tonight or the next. And again, you're going to take us through the Temple of Dreams of Lemuria. We're looking forward to that. But I do want to ask you about the recurring dreams. So there's a couple different facets for the recurring dream. One is a
Yes.
recurring dream. Actually, you know what? I'll share a quick example. I used to have a recurring dream, and then I actually resolved it. I resolved it in one of
Yes.
I've never had it before. So that was one issue. But then
Mm-hmm.
there's another dream where it advances, like skills, my skills advance. And then it turns into a lucid dream where at
Yeah.
first I was like an animal, like a cougar running, and my legs were running like cougar legs. And then that dream changed over years into then I'm bouncing, like I'm jumping, like on a trampoline, you're jumping, and as soon as you hit the ground again, you can get right back up. And it took me a couple of years to be able to
Yes.
really, really good, because sometimes I wouldn't be able to get the perfect bounce and I wouldn't bounce right back up. But then once I got into the bouncing and then into the bouncing and syncing that up, then I began to fly with it.
Whoa.
Separate dreams of flying, and then the flying dreams where you just tilt your chin and you can hover over the ground, go up to the ceiling, go out over the ocean. So that's an amazing experience.
And
What
progression.
progression? What's going on with the progression? Is that advancing our skills or
Absolutely. And if if it were my dream and experience that you just described, which is so powerful,
fun?
I'd write it or record it, that everything you said, but more in detail,
Yeah.
because you're telling a huge story. A
And
huge story about yourself and for other people because of who you are and what you do. And so, I mean, I was hearing like all sorts of information as you were saying it. It
lots of
wouldn't take time now to go into it, but
sometimes
bounce, getting right back up, and quantum leaps and
jumping away from people, or remembering that, oh, I can get out of here by jumping. Or one time I was actually going to different countries. I was jumping and flying to different countries, which is amazing. So that's fascinating. And in a group setting where we come back to
yes,
talk about it, more information is revealed. Wow.
more and more and more. I can't, I could spend hours talking about the different experiences, dream groups that we've had, or getting in sitting here, and sharing in the dreamers are there, we're in a trance and literally getting in someone else's dream, and now anyway, it's so powerful. And so we're getting information, like with a group, like when we do this and someone shares their dream, and so each person is getting components, information, and will just spontaneously say what they're getting from this person's dream, and then someone else, it's all the pieces of the whole, because we're all, obviously individuals and powerful beings, light beings, dreamers, magicians, and then as a whole we're one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite powerful
Quite powerful. And
and
so
fun. It's so much fun.
it's really fun. And so we'll talk offline about doing a mastery empowerment course on New Earth One Network. It would be beautiful to do that 2 workshops
Yeah.
and bring folks in and get together like that. We'll do it on Zoom and share the experience, because when we've done that in the past, it's so rich, it's so wonderful. And
Mhm.
that is a lesson in our own continuity of consciousness, how we carry
That's right.
consciousness in the waking state and the sleeping state, and what is revealed to us.
Yes, and I want to say something, go back to the fact that Saturn just moved into Pisces for the first time in 30 years. Saturn structure, Pisces dream. So for the next 3 years, because Saturn's just at 2 degrees Pisces, next 3 years with Saturn in Pisces, we are going to bring more and more dreams from the unknown, from the unlimited of the new world, the new
Now
earth.
I got
We're
chills.
gonna, I know, we're bringing it in.
Well, it's
And
about time. It's
yeah,
about time.
I know. It's like, when's it gonna happen? And at the same time, all right, that Saturn went into Pisces March 7th. Then the equinox on March 21st, my birthday, 0 degrees Aries, and a new moon in 0 degrees Aries. 2 days later, on the 23rd, Pluto went into Aquarius for the first time in 255 years. Now it's going to go up and it's going to come back and get some more of that Capricorn, breaking down the old patriarchal structures. It's what it's doing. Started in 2008 with the collapse of the finances. Now it's at the 29th degree, back and forth. But starting in 2024, Pluto, which is the most powerful death reverse transformation, is going to be in Aquarius till 2044. 20 years in the new age of Aquarius that has been dawning since the 60s with the sun, with song. We are living it. We're in it. We've been like working and doing, yeah, everything that's imaginable and then some unimaginable, but it is happening. But it's going to, another key to dreaming and then living and being in the new earth and the dreams that we dream personally, bits and pieces and clues. Look for them everywhere in your daily life.
Yes.
It's happening. It's not going to be just all the ones we're there. I mean, just like your peaceful setting, boom, there, so pieces and a piece here and a piece there, just like the beautiful ceramic from Cheryl Ray. I saw that she was here, that I hope we can include that. She can send to everyone, it's so much fun to make your dream symbol.
Wow. Hi, Cheryl.
Yeah. And it is happening. And I
Yeah.
think it will be, is anything ever full? I think fully, yeah, 2044 is and
Oh,
then yeah. But here, I'm going to go back to Saturn for just a moment because in Pisces, bringing the dream in, and I reflected, okay, what was I doing 30 years ago? Because Saturn's a 30-year cycle. Well, it had just been in Aries, Saturn. My house had burned down in Austin and beautiful 3-story overlooking the city. I moved to Santa Monica on a channeling, told me to, and because I had my Venus in Pisces at 6 degrees, I was looking out the window. What's my purpose? I was guided. It was to work with the homeless. So that's higher service for about 3 years. So now it's 30 years later, we're going to a new octave because after Saturn in 3 years moves out of Pisces, it moves into Aries, which is always the new beginning. So that's another point at 2030. What are we now? 2026. We're 2023. So in 3 years. So we have all these really powerful points along the way to bring the dream in.
dream big and dream in groups. And as you say, pay attention. It's amazing because in the waking state, things can trigger us into remembering dreams, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what, all the details, all the pieces are coming together. Okay. So,
Yes.
all right. So you mentioned dolphins as well, and you called in the dolphin dreamers.
You felt it, didn't you?
We did. Now, there's a question in our chat. Dolphins and
Okay.
how does that work?
Say that again.
Dolphins and dreaming, how does that work?
Well, dolphins, first of all, are Lemurian I mean, dolphins are Lemuria, and some people chose to be dolphins or beings, or, so they are, every being, every animal, every plant has a consciousness. So the dolphins were dolphin dreamers. I never knew. This is all discoveries through the years. They just, they popped in one time I think in a dream group, and oh, well, that makes sense that dolphins have dolphin dreamers. So how does it work? Well, we've called them in so you have a connection. And if since you asked the question, you really want to be with dolphin dreamers. And so call them in. And they're part of your, we have a core dream team from Lemuria. And again, dolphins are part of that, but they're their own species and they have their own dreams, but they came in just like all the dreamers came to do what we're doing right now. And I'm going to go back to Lazarus, that has said that we as human beings are doing what's never happened in the history of the universe. We are consciously going from one dimension to another and others consciously, rather than having it destroyed, like the Milky Way, and various things, or Atlantis, 3 different civilizations of Atlantis, each time, destroyed because they blew themselves up and so forth. But we're doing it consciously. And we all chose to do it. We all have a purpose and a part. And it's so exciting.
Yes, it is very exciting. And we're excited to take a little journey with you as well. So let's do that now. Can we take a journey to the
Yes.
dreams of Lemuria?
Yes.
Because we are bringing back Lemuria. We are Lemuria rising, Lemuria awakening. And so this is perfect. We can use this tool in our nightly excursions and bring in new earth.
Yeah. And let's see. Let me get Lazarus remembers the Lemuria. I'll get a little traveling music here.
Perfect.
One of those devices that was not fully charged. Go away. I'm going to, part of this, or at the beginning, I'm going to, several things. At the very beginning, I'm going to do before we go, when we go to the safe place, the first ritual is called initiation of light. And this is something that you can do anytime, just on your own, before you meditate or periodically. And because it will increase your electromagnetic field and your lucidity. So it helps in dreams and meditations and just your beingness. So it'll be bringing the chakras up and then infusing them with light, and they change color. So that's the first thing. And then there's a particular ritual that it's all going to be a guided journey, but I want to explain it. That I'll take you on. That's the ritual to get to the Temple of Dreams. And then after you've done this, you can go anytime you want. And like I said, I'm going to save the other ones, more in-depth rituals, for when we have more time. And then, that's what we're doing. All right. I think I'll turn my light out. Now, can you hear this music, or does that matter? Maybe it's just music for me. Some people say it's a little tinny.
And if it's coming out through your speakers and in through your microphone over Zoom, Zoom might filter it out. You could turn it up a tad. We can hear it slightly, and we can certainly feel the essence of it. So
yeah, because it is called Lazarus remembers Lemuria.
Okay, beautiful.
I'm going to put it over here. Okay. Let's see.
Yes. All right, we can feel the happy journey. Here we go, everyone.
All right. Let me do, I gotta do this a little bit. There's still a few things I gotta see, but all right. All right, once again. Taking a couple of deep breaths and just letting this, feeling that waterfall of white light flowing down upon you from the heavens, from the universe, from beyond. And just allow the words, there's been a lot of words spoken, and just let them become a visualization of the light moving through your body. We are connected. So as you continue that deep breathing and relaxation, feel that flame of oneness in your heart, and then feel the connection to the flame of oneness in the center of our circle. And once again, we acknowledge the Lemurian dreamers, the dolphin dreamers, the fairy dreamers, the Sirius dreamers that are with us. Higher self and God guides everyone in this circle and beyond. And I've invited our friend Lazarus to be with us with deep gratitude for all this information through the years. As we line up to the highest level of pure, unconditional love, the heart and mind of God, Goddess, all that is. As we thank them for our many blessings, as we open to receive more, to give more, to receive more, to be more. And so now I'm going to gently count backwards from 7 to 1. And when I get to 1, you'll be in your safe place, a beautiful place in nature, maybe that you've been many times, or this could be the first. And with each descending number, you go deeper and deeper into relaxation, into an altered state of consciousness. 7, 6, 5, going deeper, letting go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just sense yourself there, whether you see visually or out of your mind's eye. Feel the safety, your safe place, sitting upon the earth, feeling the wind upon your face, the sun or the moon, or both actually, shining upon you. And there's water close by, maybe a little waterfall. And you feel such peace and trust there in your safe place. It's the beginning and the completion of all transformational and our dream journeys in this safe place. And now we'll take you through this ritual of the initiation of light to increase your lucidity and your electromagnetic field. So coming from the earth, you feel the energy of the red light, which of course the red energy, the base chakra, but red comes up through your body and throughout your body, and then the orange light comes up through your body. and the yellow. And now here comes that beautiful green light. And yes, the blue light, indigo coming up, and the violet light, top of your head. As that crown chakra opens more fully, coming down is the radiant white light from God, Goddess, all that is, infusing these lights with the white light. So you have viola and lavender and turquoise and chartreuse, cream, peach, and pink. All the lights, energies of the chakras coming from the earth infused with the white light from the universe. And now they form these, they stay in their unique identity of color, but they start forming elliptic rainbow of light around you. And know that this is with you now and forever. You can expand upon it, regenerate it whenever you want. This initiational light, this bubble of electromagnetic lucid energy. And so now we'll take our sacred journey, the ritual, to the temple of Lemuria dreamers. And so you get up, you get to leave your safe place, taking that first step out of the boundaries of safety into the unknown. And so you find yourself like in a dream, all of a sudden it's there. It's the sea of possibility. And you approach that sea of possibility and go across it, float across it. You're already dreaming. And then you find yourself at the dream island. And you go across this dream island into a river or a stream. And you immerse yourself in this stream, this river, letting go of things known and unknown, resistance, anything. It can be just a tight muscle from the day, but there's always more than that. And then you emerge from this river or this stream. And you face within yourself maybe your worst fear and your greatest desire, both of them having equal intensity, known and unknown. There's a push-pull. And of course, you make the choice to go to your desire. Once you make that choice, there's an opening. There's an opening of a vortex. And you're in this lush, lush meadow, approaching the Temple of Dreams in Lemuria. You see it. You see it at this grand temple, or it could be a small one. It's your dream. It's different for a lot of people, but there is a moat around it. And there you see these, now you see these, well, what are they? They're the dreamers. They're dream tenders over there tending dreams, dream keepers. There's some lucid dreamers, light dreamers, and some beautiful dreamers come to you. And these are your dreamers, your personal dreamers who dreamed you here. And they, with great reverence and honoring, they approach you. Your dream weaver, your dream tender, your dream keeper, your dream stealer, your Lemurian dreamer, and your mysterious other. And there's a greeting, a honoring, again, maybe the touching of the heart, the tap, holding the shoulder, or maybe it's a group hug. It's all different and the same. And so your dreamers are going to escort you to the Temple of Dreams. As you approach the temple, you see, yes, you got to get across this moat, this water. So you might simply get into a little boat, or a bridge may appear, or dolphins. I've seen some dolphins might want to jump on their back and they take you over. It's that's or you may fly with your dream team. It's your dream. It's unlimited in this beautiful. It's your heritage. This is where we came from. So it's going to feel so safe, so loving, and fun. And so now we're across the moat, and there's some steps going into the temple. Going up the steps, there is a gatekeeper there. And they ask you the simple question: who creates your reality? And you say, I do. And then they ask you, are you ready to co-create your reality? And you say yes. So you are allowed in, of course. And your dreamers are going to take you, well, you have a special room there, but that comes a little later as pre-initiation days. But right now, they're going to take you. You either decide, or you decide with your team which little it may be a little temple in the grand temple. Maybe there's going to be different rooms of where you want to, in this moment in time, go dream. Do you want to go to a healing temple, healing dream, a creating, a dreaming for someone else, a dream of love, relationship? It's we'll go to all of them eventually, but it's your choice, as always, your choice. And now you have a dream team to nudge you along. We've got eternity. And so they take you to your special place where you want to dream, for what you want to dream in this moment in time. And again, it can be a beautiful room, it can be a little templet. And they're going to give you, oh, what a nice surprise, a receptacle for your dreams. And I'm seeing a crystal that might be something else, a sphere. It could be something else for you. But this is your dream receptacle. It's not your dream symbol, it's your receptacle. And so you're going to go in, and we'll spend a few minutes because you're going to go in and dream the dream that you're asking for. And so we'll just be silent as we go into that dream, a deeper dream state right now. Mm. I know you'd like to stay there all night, and the good news is you will, but it is time to emerge as your dreamers gently let you know that your dream will continue tonight, that it has just started. It has been seeded. You have asked and you will receive. Dreaming is receiving. And so now, as you emerge from your your temple, your little special place in Lemuria, there's going to be so many others that we go to. You're surrounded by other dreamers, Lemurian dreamers, and people in this group and beyond. And it is you're at the beautiful garden place in Lemuria, and everybody's so happy. And ooh, there might even be a party going on. Lots of singing and dancing. Music is from your soul, art, everything of that creative nature. And your higher self and soul come to you, whether in a personified form or forms of light. They are so happy that you have been gone through some rituals, a little pre-initiation as a dreamer, and they surround you uh, with their light, their love, around your rainbow of lights that still surround you, and they're going to take you back to your safe place. And so it's just, ooh, it's like a thousand petal lotus in a way, that, you know, all these beams and all these lights and these bubbles of light, and lifting up and away, and back through a vortex, through planes and dimensions, through the vortex back into the physical dimension, and back to your safe place. And you may notice this safe place being different now. It has a different light about it, and maybe that rainbow of light of the lucidity is surrounding it. Maybe your receptacle is right there waiting for you. All sorts of wonderful, magical symbols that you brought back with you from the dreamers, from the Temple of Dreams, from Lemuria, from your heritage, now back to your safe place. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5. So you come back to this safe place, and you're going to be seeing those symbols and hints and clues in your everyday reality every time you turn around. With a 1, 2, 3, coming back, slowly coming back, 4, and 5. Coming back, opening your eyes. Oh, I got a receptacle right here, a nice pink sphere crystal. It's good to replicate in your physical reality what you were given as your receptacle. And then that's, what, however you want to do it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What a magical journey. It felt so loving and held. We felt held with that. And
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't, there were so many rooms in that temple I wanted to go to.
I know.
So each night, do we pick one? We consciously choose.
Yeah. And Loren, when we were in Hawaii, just that process of us dreaming, as a group every day or twice a day, that was part of the I didn't know about these different temples. That was discovered there, that, oh, there's special little specialty shops, for any and everything. I'll tell you another technique that you can do. This is one I've kind of made up, but back to temples. I call it the magenta light. When you're in bed, you can just from your heart, magenta light, a bubble goes up. You get in. You can imagine different bubbles. One might say love, money. I mean, most people want love and money, right? Healing, and just go into one of those bubbles or merge with it. All sorts of fun things that you can do. But I love the idea, like, consciously, I'm going to go to this temple. I'm going to ask to be taken to this temple tonight. Yes.
Yes, that's the key. Just not to just go to sleep and be unaware, but to consciously steer the direction of our dream.
Yes. And I
And
wouldn't
our
say every night.
guides.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend every night. Although I will say I usually call in a little bit. Well, I won't go through a ritual or anything, just like, I want a little, and maybe sometimes not. But I do call them in the morning, the dreamers.
Yes.
Even if I haven't, well, I always dream, but I will call them in to dream my day.
Ah,
It's wonderful. I call them in
okay.
and say, okay, I want to dream my day. I called them in to dream this.
Dream the
This
day.
this morning, I got so much information more that they wanted to give to this conversation, and I was just calling them in to dream your day, as mundane or as complex as it is. I'm gonna, so I want to do it expands it because
Magical time with our guides and our higher self.
yes,
A connection. Yes.
yeah. The more you call on them, the more they love it, you love it, and it becomes, uh, like anything else, practice, right? Becomes, it becomes, I was going to say easy, but the word is elegant, really. It becomes an elegant flow and emerging of your energy with whoever you want it to be, physical and non-physical, because we're bringing this into the physical. You know,
Yes.
it's our mission.
So what about a dream journal? Do you recommend that?
Oh, thanks for asking. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely. Oh, yeah. And, especially, in fact, it's part of the ritual. If you ask for a dream, to
Okay.
write it down, to have a special journal, a special pen that you use. And also, and I'll say this when we do our two-part and we're really going through the high rituals, there's different portals like a picture or something in your room that they come through, all sorts of fun, magical things, but important too, because we are going to other dimensions on a regular basis.
Wow.
We go to them anyway at night. See, that's the key.
Yeah, we
We're
go to them
there.
anyway.
We, again, everybody dreams. And I wanted to mention some of the physical benefits of dreaming, whether you remember or not. You are healing. It's working on dreaming is recharging, regenerating your immune system, your organs. Uh, you can, okay, should I make this decision? Do I go this direction? You can play it out in your dreams. Oh no, that didn't work out, so I don't have to do it in my physical reality. The more you do it, you'll find out that everything is unlimited through your dreaming. And it's not to say, oh, I'm just going to, you still got to work it through, you know what I'm saying?
And so
Follow through.
deciphering the dreams, you mentioned this briefly, the feeling of the dream, the feeling of the dream. What happens when you wake up and you've just had a really weird dream where maybe you wake up and you're just like, whoa, that was really intense. What do we do in that instance?
Okay. Well, what I do is then calling the dreamers, and I always calling my higher self and soul and guides. And when I find out what it is, I go and do a deep healing or changing or transformation process in meditation. I want to tell a story about a dreamer in one of the dream groups. She'd had a dream, and it was her daughter. She was driving the car, and her daughter, who in the physical reality was adult, and they weren't speaking. And her daughter was yelling at her. And she said, I called that dream stealer in to come steal that dream. And they said, whoa, there's some goodies in this dream. You were in the driver's seat in this dream in the car. What do you want? And I want this loving, healing with my daughter. And almost at the exact timing, her daughter called her on the phone and said, Mom, I want to talk. I want to heal. So it can happen like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that happened.
And so
So
again, I just want to reiterate that this is helping us just understand things a little bit better, understand
yes,
what we're already doing, but we're putting more consciousness on it. We're bringing it into a conscious state.
yes. And we're human and we've had so many lifetimes, and there's still remnants, bits and pieces that are there that need to go. So they're trying to come up from the unconscious, and a lot of times they do that through the dreams. And at this point in time, we don't need to do what a lot of us have done for the last 30 some odd years, work with every detail. We don't need to know the details.
Oh, that's good.
The universe can take care of the details. you don't need to, that's why I say don't beat yourself up if you don't remember your dreams. You can remember essence. I asked for this. I'm receiving it. I'm going to do this to follow up in my physical life, but I don't need to know. And in fact, they're sometimes I dream for someone and they'll say, you don't need to know this part, but they're going to know it. It's for them. One time I dreamed about, and someone, for someone, I was kind of embarrassed. I said, well, I saw you riding an elephant. And she said, oh, that's my spirit animal. That meant so much to her. So we never know what something means to somebody. But again, I think at this point in time where we are consciously, and everybody that's here, or they wouldn't be here, it's just, we don't need to know all those details. We don't need to know this in this past life and so forth. I don't think, because it's all happening now in this present moment, in this lifetime, because we brought it all in.
Okay. All right. Well, there's more work to do with you, and we're going to have a workshop on that. And you also work individually with people, and you'll have
Yes.
a reading session for them and personal sessions. So this is a beautiful time to talk a little bit about ways that people can work with you. I'm going to put your special offer in our chat line. And for those who are watching this, you can find the link on the webpage or where you're watching and listening to this video or audio. You'll find it in the description box. So this is wonderful, Virginia. Tell us about the special offer and ways people can work with you.
Okay. Well, again, I think the first one is a session where the transform, dream, receive. And I always look at a person's chart because that's your soul blueprint for navigating this lifetime. It just is. And see where the transits are and what the trigger points. And so we look at that and what what you want and what's come up. So we get compile the information from the chart, from the desire, and take you on a journey to transform, to put the dream out, and to receive. And again, it's always different. That's why I couldn't do any really pre-recordings for the offerings, except for the dream mapping, which was a last minute contender. I'll tell you that in a minute. And the dream a dream for you is just phenomenal. It really is. And sometimes, like I said, it'll be 2 nights. I mean, I will be dreaming 2 nights because the first night will be like, okay, you got, this first and then this. So that's a process, we have a session to predetermine what you want. I'll help refine your dream and look at the chart, of course. Then I dream and then do the whole thing with the dreamers and then bring another session to say what they said to me with everything I wrote down, bring them in for us. And there might be more information like, you got to do another dream. So a lot of this is open-ended because there's no control of it. There's structure. And with my dream group now, I mean, half the time I might have an idea of the energy because of the new moon or full moon, but then we just go and I just let it happen. Just so much fun. Then the astrology, just a full in-depth reading, and I bring in this relatively new astrology called the Venus star point, which is very complex. It's when the sun and Venus conjunct, and it did at 29 degrees Libra, and it's going to be that at that star point for 100 years, and it's a 5-pointed star, and it's very complicated. And the feminine, it's Venus. So that can be a component in it. And then the pre-recorded dream mapping, and that's your concrete steps to take. It's a course really you got your dream. So if you really want to work in depth on it. There's a PowerPoint. It's all pre-recorded. The 7 steps are vision, imagine, desire, choose, act, expect, and receive. So each of those components have a lot of information, have a journey at the end of them. You know, if you want to do that, it's good and it's fun and has a booklet. And I got tons of dream journeys through the years, but I decided not to flood the zone, so to speak, with a lot of pre-recordings because we're in the moment, right? And that's what the dreaming is. Changes all the time.
Yes, perfect. Okay. Thank you for that. There's also, what is this certification for dreamers?
Oh, thank you, Lauren.
Yes, that looks
This is my dream. I'm going to put out my dream.
okay.
My dream is I want more dreamers. I mean, there's a lot of dreamers, but people that really want to do it. And this certification program, quite frankly, I whittled it down so we wouldn't. I developed it several years ago, but anyway, it's a whole program of to become certified conscious lucid dreamer. I'd say that, but certified Lemurian dreamer. I mean, we're going to be in the 2-part workshop that we do. People will get initiated as a Lemurian dreamer. That's a 2-part that we'll do. So the certification program I think there's about 8 to 10 hours that we work together on that. But my dream is for other dreamers to create their dream pods. And I think it's best when they're relatively small, 5, 6, 7 people. I wouldn't go more than that, where you can really work together in community and as a group and as individuals, and do your personal dreams, dreaming for the personal global dreams, but and then have all these dream pods all around the planet.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we are bringing the dream in. I know I keep saying it, but it's like, how's all this going to work? This new earth that we've been talking about for years and years.
Well, I just want to say how beautiful this is, because this is another tool that so many in our beautiful light tribe can use to assist.
Yes.
Their own healing arts business that they've already got, or they could step up and do this in a new way. And my goodness, for the price of this, that is a pretty much an easy decision to make to invest in this way. Thank you.
Yeah. Again, and it's so rich and good and unlimited with that. And you just gave me some ideas too for other practitioners and people doing, because once we all want to keep expanding.
Yes, and
we have,
we're feeling the need to step up in our service roles so much.
Yes.
The need to come together in community and be more supportive. So
yeah,
this is great. If anyone has been interested in the dream space and conscious lucid dreaming, any of that, this is a wonderful tool.
Well, plus most people are too busy to add something on during the day. So why not have it go happen at night in your dreams? You won't have to work so hard.
It looks like you're working hard in your dreams, but you're sleeping anyway. So just
you're sleeping and kind of working, but it's always like exciting adventure. Now, sometimes it's intense and deep. If there's something really deep down there that's has got to come out.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when you do the transformation. You sit in meditation and you're given an assignment really on what work to do. And so, we can go look outside of ourselves for answers, but you explain the transformation meditation when we wake up with that feeling that is
Yes.
education to sit with it, not to get the dream stealer to get it out of there, but to work with the feelings of it.
Mhm. Yeah, and with the dream mapping, I kind of went through the steps really quickly, but within these steps, changing beliefs, breaking old inner child contracts of shame, changing old images, a lot of things that, are still buried there deeply, or a deeper level of it. Expanding your image. We can do all this stuff up here, but there's things down there that hadn't caught up. The classic example is someone will uh, lose a bunch of weight, but then they gain it back because they hadn't changed their image. They see themselves as, you know, so it's there's, that's why again the workbook has of dream mapping has all the jewels of the transformational processes in it.
Beautiful. All
Yeah,
right.
really does.
Beautiful tools. So I was going to ask you, when you dream for other people, do you ever wake up tired or exhausted or
Never,
awesome?
never. Mm-mm. No, I can, right down then I can hardly, I love then telling and sharing. And like I said, that one time with my ego said, oh my gosh, I didn't get the dream. And then I just heard, so and so got it. And uh, uh, the first time I dreamed a dream for someone was with someone that did Lazarus, and he was a channel and so forth. And I went up one day, I said, well, if the Lemurian dreamers dream dreams for other people, I wonder if I can. I'd been dreaming and getting dreams for a while.
Yes.
So I dreamed a dream for him, and it was intense. And I was kind of like, ugh, shut. But I did. And he had gotten the similar dream. And there was about some figures there. And a week or so later, we were doing a Lazarus seminar, and I was working with the shadows. And the first journey that Lazarus took us on was very similar to the dreams that we got, because it was in a maze and la la. And we went up
Wow.
to each other after, we went, oh my God.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You just can't, some of the stuff is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that confirmation validation is what that. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're beautiful. Okay, so if you would like to work with beautiful Virginia Palmer on your dream, then go ahead and check out her personal sessions for you.
Mhm.
Uh, the number of options there. And then, of course, the certification program. How
Yeah.
wonderful. So we have time. Oh,
Yeah.
we're
Or
almost.
if you want just astrology reading, because it's, so much happening with these planets right now. We are, boom, we have just shifted. This month, we have
This month.
shifted.
This month we have shifted. It feels like it. It really does feel like it. And I wanted to say, Peter Tung did a reading on the equinox,
Uh-huh.
human design. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry. The gene keys,
uh-huh.
equinox, this past equinox.
Hmm.
And you said your birthday was on the equinox.
Uh-huh. March 21st.
Really magical, just really magical energy for that. So congratulations and happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank you. I'm a 0 degrees Aries. Boom. That 0 degrees brings the energy in.
Yeah, so happy transitioning through these energies. Just remember to keep our heart wide open and in charge through all of it, because it can get a little emotional and a little bumpy, but the heart always wins. And one thing that helped me get through it, I realized one morning I woke up, maybe some dreams, and I just said to myself, what if I judge no one, not even myself? No judgment of myself or others going through this time, just no judgment, because my head was projecting,
Yeah. Yeah.
and actually it turned out into a great day and everything shifted from
Yeah.
there. So
Mhm.
I think that's what we have to remember. And so
Compassion.
maybe even compassion, even from the dream
Compassion.
space that we bring forward, we
Yes.
share passion for ourselves, and we know that
Yeah.
There's work to do if we feel some stuff come up from inside.
Yes, and I'll leave you with another information from Lazarus, who said years ago, as we move forward, there's going to be three different realities: the nightmare that people get choose, the mediocrity, and the dream. And those of us working on and the dream and participating and living that will be aware of the mediocrity and the nightmare. And it's not a judgment, it's just the vibrational and the mediocrity of the nightmare and the nightmare not. But we, constantly, and, my partner and I are very environmental and, activists and political. And just to keep constantly having compassion for people that are so wounded that they're consumed with the hate and the other and the this and the that. And it's hard. So my latest saying is, okay, express the anger or a cuss word or something, release and bring the compassion forth. Because we got to be real. You're going to feel that,
We are going to feel that. We are going to
feel it, release it, express it in a moment, and then bring forth.
Yes, and always remember the heart. Just always remember that, no matter what, face of everything. Yeah. Okay, before I let you go, I want to get to, here's a really cool question. Lisa in our Q&A had something really cool. She says, I've had several dreams throughout my whole life about swimming deep and being able to breathe underwater. What does that mean? She asked.
Oh, well, swimming deep emotions. And I would say eventually she's probably a dolphin,
Mermaid.
mermaid, and all those things that are real and still are. But I think Lisa can dive deep into emotion, and that is your power and your healing of self and others through those deep emotions, through feeling that. And just like what we were saying, no matter what it is, even if it's, quote unquote negative, any suppressed emotion is when it gets toxic, right? The anger is like, you don't want to be destructive in it. I used to have a plastic baseball bat in my office when I was doing more therapy, so people could just beat that bat, just get that energy out. That was in the old days, but still, it's
get it out. Pillow smashing, sure. Okay, and last question. How do we make our own dream symbol? Talk a little bit about the dream symbol.
Well, first of all, the dream symbol will be given to you from the dreamer. This is a dream receptacle that you got today, which is usually, it came to me as a crystal, and that would be what I would recommend for now. And then if you continue and do our workshop, dream shop, the dreamer, the Lemurian dreamer, there's just one grand dreamer, will give you a symbol. And so when Cheryl and I have done this, she's an artist and she can supply a lot of she's got bags of individual kit, let's say, to make. But if you want to make your own, if you're artistic and can dream it, do it, replicate it, ask for that in a dream, what your dream symbol is, whatever you get, create it. And it can be something. I'm looking at the leaves back there, you can make some sort of from nature, something from crystals, something from jewels.
Okay.
Again,
it's anything that we create.
It's anything that we create, and that you are, but I would say specifically given that, or you think of things that we think of like, where'd that come from? Well, you don't always have to be in deep meditation, right? In fact, that's the key to make it, but to be conscious all the time, or you don't have to be, you're walking, getting it there, awake, alive, and conscious, and receiving. Receiving.
Receiving. Don't forget to receive. We put so much energy out that we must receive. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Where we're kind of shifting from manifesting a lot and doing this and that to like, okay, that's the vulnerability to open up, right? And to receive.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any control of what it is. It's
Beautiful.
always going to be good. No, our higher self, soul, guides, teacher, God got us all that is. They're not going to give anything bad to us. We just do that to ourselves. That's, quite frankly.
Beautiful. All right. One last question here. Soleil, son. Does the dream certification program include all of the programs, or what do I need to do first?
That's a great question. I would want to get a group for the dream certification program. I would suggest to do first what we're going to do with the 2-part.
Okay.
Get that initiation. There would be a group that would be formed with that when we do that want to go on, and that would be credit. That'd be kind of like you're at a junior college, and I'll give you credit for that for the hours.
That's good.
It's not strict
Okay. Well,
at all.
stay
At
tuned,
all.
everyone. We'll get
Yeah.
information out on when that is going to happen.
Yeah, it's a little bit down the line in a way.
Okay.
But I would want to get a group to do it because it was, it's a group interaction thing. That's just what we were talking about.
Perfect. Okay.
How
Well,
exciting.
and how exciting. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for expanding your consciousness with this dream space, the Lemurian dreamers. We hope that you put these tools into practice beginning tonight, and keep in touch and let us know how it goes for you. Virginia, as we say goodbye,
Yeah.
give you final
It has
thoughts.
begun. It has begun. It will continue tonight. That would be great if people could send in if they want to what they got in their dreams tonight. That would be kind of exciting to continue this energy that we've started and get them, to sign up for our 2-part dream shop.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
great. Virginia, I'm giving you a space for any final thoughts and comments.
Oh, well, I'm just thrilled to be here and thrilled to reconnect with you, Loren. And I thought it was Jupiter and Aries because right after that you contacted me, but I think it's more the Pisces and it's Saturn, but it's meant to be for right now. Yeah. And I just thank everybody for participating and being here, and sweet dreams, and get that sweet dreams gift.
You're going to send me a link to that, and we're going to send that out. We're going to put it.
Tamara has the link, but I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. We'll make that available for everyone.
Yeah.
Put it on this
Everybody
website.
will love that. They'll love it. It's really fun.
And the YouTube link, you can just click onto the YouTube icon on this Zoom panel, and you can get the YouTube link. And also I will put it in our chat so you guys can watch it again. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And Virginia, thank you. I love seeing you sing and dance and keep
singing. Oh yeah, dreaming and singing. That's gonna be fun too. Well, I'll see you someday in Costa Rica.
Okay, beautiful. Absolutely. We'll do a dream pod. We'll make it a retreat. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make music out of those rocks back there. How's that?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you. And
thank you, I was sending love and joy and sweet dreams to everyone.
Sweet dreams, sweet Lemurian dreams.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.